Hello students, hope you all are doing great. I'm Achal Chaudhary, working as an assistant professor, BBA department in St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management. So I'm back with my online lecture series of Principles of Management. Students, this is your lecture number 2 from Unit 4. In previous lecture, we have studied about the basic concepts of management control. That was related to the meaning of controlling, its nature, its characteristics, and objectives. And today we are going to continue the same topic. Today we will be covering the importance of controlling, its limitations, kinds of control system, and also prerequisites of effective control system. So let's get started. Importance of controlling. First, accomplishing organizational goals. The controlling function is an accomplishment of measure that further makes progress towards the organizational goals and brings to light the deviations and indicates corrective actions. Therefore, it helps in guiding the organizational goals which can be achieved by performing a controlling function. So students here, organizational goals means like whatever the objective a company is working for, that is your organizational goals. So by making these standards, by doing the proper planning and controlling all the following all the steps of management, it ensures that a company is going to achieve their organizational goals, because every organization wants to achieve their goals, otherwise there is no use of working in an organization, because every organization is set up after establishing their goal. So goal, if objective is not achieved, then there is no use of that organization, there is no use of that process. So controlling ensures the organizational goals achievement, because it makes the standards and it evaluates the performance with the previous standards and ensures that if there is any kind of deviation, then it ensures that they will adopt a change and they will rectify that error, they will rectify those deviations. Next is your judging accuracy of standards. A good control system enables management to verify whether the standards set are accurate and objective. The efficient control system also helps in keeping careful progress check on the changes. Students, as I told you in previous lecture, that controlling works on the regular making the regular changes. Whenever they feel that that process requires some changes, that process requires some kind of improvement, then it ensures or to make those changes in that. So here judging the accuracy is the major role. So here controlling helps in judging accuracy of standards. Whatever the standards you have set in your previous planning time, at the time of planning. So here controlling ensures that those standards are accurate or not, whether they are feasible to achieve or not. Maybe आपने कोई ऐसा goal set कर दिया that is not feasible to achieve, then in that case what will happen, that then you will not able to achieve your organizational goals. So here controlling works also only judging accuracy of standards, accuracy of those standards. Next is your ensuring order and discipline. Controlling creates an atmosphere of order and discipline in the organization, which helps to minimize dishonest behavior on the part of the employees. Students, what happen in controlling, that controlling में क्या होता है, you have to monitor each and every activities of the employees, whether it is regarding for their working thing, whether it is regarding for their like working time, their what exactly they are doing. So you have to regularly control on that. You have to check on those activities, you have to check on whether they are working in a right way or not. So it also ensures a order and discipline in the organization, because now every employee knows that they are under the observation of their managers. So now they will not show their dishonesty with the organization, because they know they are being monitored by their respective managers. So now they will work on the accuracy of their work. So now they will not behave in a like wrong manner. They will not create a indiscipline in the organization. Next is your making efficient use of resources. Another important function of controlling is that in this each activity is performed in such manner so and in accordance with predetermined standards and norms, so as to ensure that resources are used in most effective and efficient manner. The next important thing is that whenever you are making the standards, so you also make some kind of budget, that these are the activities you have to perform, and this much amount of resources you will require to accomplish those activities. So in that way you are having a rough idea that how much resources you will require in doing that task. So what will happen now, you have a proper record that this is a limit that we have use we can use these resources up to this extent. So that will ensure your efficient use of resources, because resources आपको क्या होगा, resources बहुत limited मिलेगी. So in that case what will happen, you will try to accomplish your targets in that particular resources only which are given to you. And last is your facilitating coordination in action. The last important function of controlling is that each department and employee is governed by such predetermined standards and goals which are well versed and coordinated with each other. This ensures that overall organizational objectives are accomplished in a overall manner. So here what happens is, students, that controlling also helps in creating a coordination in the actions. There are many different departments in an organization. So while coordinating with them, so here what happens that if you are coordinating with different departments regarding the work performance, so what will happen that you will work in a unity way, कि आपके different departments, you are gathering the information from all the departments and then facilitating their actions, so that will facilitate the coordination in their actions in overall organization. Next is your limitations of control. First, influence of external factors. There may be an effective control system, but external factors which are not in the ambit of management may have adverse effect on the working. These factors may be government policy, technical changes, and changes in fashion, etc. So students, what happened that external factors are not in the hand of the organization, because external factors are the factors, kind of factors that you can't do anything in respect of that. If the fashion is going to change, if a new fashion is coming in demand, then in that case what will happen, if you are working on the old fashioned clothes, preparing old fashioned kind of clothes, then these will be a waste product for you in future. So you have to keep an eye on the external factors, which is not a like a work of a controlling system. Controlling system only evaluates the like standard performance and the your actual performance. It's just a evaluation of both of these. But apart from that, control system can't have a keep an eye on the external factors. So here the influence of these factors can't be checked by the control system in the organization, because here controlling system is working on a different thing. They are just working on the matching the performance with the standard performance. Next is your expensive. The control system involves huge expenditure on its exercise. The performance of each and every person in the organization will have to be measured and reported to higher authorities. This requires a number of persons to be employed for this purpose. If the performance can't be quantitatively measured, then it will be observed by superiors. The exercise of control requires both time and effort. So here expensive means while exercising the control system in your organization, it requires a huge expenditure because you will need extra labor, extra employees for this. You have to just need your higher authorities, extra higher authorities to keep an eye on each and every activities. So this way it will be a huge amount, huge expensive process. Then lack of satisfactory standards. The performance of certain activities involving human behavior can't be fixed in terms of quantities. Satisfactory standards somehow related to the human behavior, because the behavior of a human being is not fixed. That human being can't act in a same manner as you are wishing that they will do or not. So it's something beyond the beyond the control of the organization, because human behavior is something which will keep on changing. So like this satisfactory standards, आप कितनी भी अच्छी satisfactory standards बना लो, how much you are working on those standards, but you can't assure that these satisfactory standards will be like efficient or effective in all the situations. Last is your opposition from subordinates. See students, I have told you in advance that here managers keep an eye on the each and every employees and their activities. So what will happen that they will after a certain time they will start opposing against it, because the effectiveness of control process will depend upon its acceptability of the subordinates. Since control interferes with the individual action and thinking of subordinates, they will oppose it. It may also increase the pressure of work on subordinates because their performance is regularly monitored and evaluated. तो students क्या होगा, whenever you are working under the observation, when you know that someone is regularly observing your each and every activities, and maybe it will also happen if you are doing some kind of wrong actions, you are doing some wrong activities, so what will do, manager will come to you and ask you to change those activities. सो आप एक बार सुनोगे, दो बार सुनोगे, बट आफ्टर सर्टेन टाइम व्हाट विल यू फील, यू विल फील लाइक दी that you are working in a like bounded form. Everyone is coming and just saying to you to change your activities, to change your process, anything. So companies के employees को क्या लगने लगता है that they are being observed and they are being like monitored all the time. So it will somehow demotivates them. So that's why after a certain of a period of time, subordinates will start opposing the control system. Next topic is types of control. Students, I mention you one thing here, that this question has been asked in your exams many times. So it's an important topic for you, so try to understand it accordingly. There are three types of control system. First is feed forward. Feed forward control means like deciding something or controlling something in advance. Try to control anything in advance. Concurrent controls means you are controlling the current activities. And feedback control is controlling the activities after the year you are have achieved the feedback. Once you have received the feedback regarding the activity, then you are controlling it. So first is your feed forward controls. Sometimes it is also called as preliminary or preventive controls, which attempts to identify and prevent deviations in the standards before they occur. So again, I'm telling you that it works on the deviation, identifying the deviations and make a preventive deviation before they occur. Feed forward control focus on human, material, and financial resources within the organization. These controls are evident in the selection and hiring of new employees. See, students, what happens ki many times a task is given to you, given to the employees. So, आपको पता है that you have to produce 200 units of a particular product. So this is your standard performance. So आपने काम start करना शुरू कर दिया, but you are having a very limited labor with you. So now you know very well that these labor are not capable enough to produce those required units of that product. So what you will do, you are just analyzing something in advance and आप क्या करते हो in that situation you are hiring someone new employees, some new employees in your organization just to ensure that all of these are making the ensuring the production of required units of that product. So this is kind of a feedback forward controls. Next is your concurrent control. It monitors ongoing employee activity to ensure consistency with quality standards. These controls rely on performance standards, rules, and regulations for guiding employees' tasks and behavior. Their purpose is to ensure that work activities produce the desired result. So what happens in this case कि you are working on something, you are working like on a quality products. So what will happen that you are having a proper guideline regarding the quality of that particular product. So you have suppose you have produced 10 products and you need to produce 190 more products. So what will happen that in that situation those 10 products which you have already produced you will just check their qualities whether they are up to the mark or not. Then you are continuously you are working your work, you are doing your work continuously, that's a different thing. But your manager, who is your product manager, he will come and ensure that whatever the unit you have produced they are up to their quality. So this is your concurrent control. Next is your feedback control. It involves reviewing information to determine whether performance meets established standards or not. So what happens that your task is already done. You have produced all of 200 units. Now you will measure that whether they are produced according to the standards or not. Whatever you have decided in your standard. So it is up to the mark or not. Here for example, suppose that an organization establishes a goal of increasing its profit by 12% next year. To ensure that this goal is reached, the organization must monitor its profit on a regular basis. So, what will happen on a monthly basis? After 3 months, if profit has increased by 3%, management might assume that plans are going according to schedule. 12% you have to increase your profit, then you are regularly on a monthly basis you are checking those like your output. So if it after 3 months you get a information, you get a feedback that 3% of your profit has been already increased, then in that situation you assume that you are working on a right way. So this is how feedback control works. Students, types of control will be more clear after after seeing this diagram. So have a look on this diagram. Here all of three has been mentioned. First is your feed forward. This is the first step you can say. Then second is your concurrent controls and third in the last is your feedback controls. So feed forward is works on the work inputs. It ensures the right directions are set and the right resources inputs are available. So it focuses on solving the problem before they occur. अभी कोई problem occur नहीं हुई है, but still it is working on solving those problem. You can say it works on the intuition, you can say, or maybe the experience. So it is based on a experience or intuitions. Next is your concurrent controls. So it works throughputs. It ensures the right things are being done as part of workflow operations. So it focuses on solving problems while they are occurring. So it solves the problem right there when it occurs. आपका work is continuously going on. You are working in a continuous way, and जो भी आपका बीच में कोई भी hurdle होता है या फिर कोई भी any deviation occurs, so ये वहीं पर उसको solve कर देता है. You are solving those problems in between the process only. And last is your feedback control, which works on work outputs. It ensures that final results are up to desired standards. So here our main focus is on the final results. It focuses on solving problems after they occur. Solve आपका जो भी problem है, whatever the deviation is there, that has been already occurred. So now you are finding the solution for that particular deviation which has been already occurred. So this is the three types of control system which I have already explained to you. And last topic of the day is prerequisites of effective control system. First is suitable. The control system should be appropriate to the nature and needs of the activity. In other words, control should be tailored to fit the needs of the organization. The flow of information concerning current performance should be correspondent with the organizational structure. Suitable. What does it mean? Whatever you are planning, whatever a control system a company is following, that should be suitable. Because you can see, student, that the working control system of a large organization will be differ from the small organizations, because they both have a different scenarios, they both works in a different situation. So the control system should be suitable according to your working environment, according to the requirement of a organization. So it should be suitable. Next is timely and forward looking. Control system should be such as to enable the subordinates to inform their superiors expeditiously about the threatened deviations and failures. If there is any kind of deviations in the organization, in your performance, then it should be timely coordinated, it should be timely eliminated, so that अगर जितना भी ज़्यादा डिले होगा then it will be a harmful for you, for your organization. So it should be timely coordinated with all the employees, and it should be eliminated meanwhile. If the control reports are not directed at future, they are of no use, as they will not be able to suggest the types of measures to be taken to rectify the past deviation. So it also ensures that it should be forward looking. Otherwise, it's of no use that you are just working in the present and you are working for the present scenario only. Then it will be of no use, क्योंकि changes regularly आते हैं. In organizations के environment में changes regularly occur होते रहते हैं. So if you are not working on the forward looking, then it will be of no use. Next is your objective and comprehensive. The control system should be both objective and understandable. Objective controls specify the expected result in a clear form. This is necessary both for the smooth working and effectiveness of the system. See, students, if a control system is not clearly defined to the employees, then how will they work? How can you expect the performance from those employees if they are not able to understand your control system? So that's why it is mentioned that it should be objective and comprehensive. Next is your flexible. The control system should be flexible so that it can be adjusted to suit the needs of any change in the environment. A sound control system will remain workable even when the plans change or fail outright. It must be responsive to the changing conditions. So students, whenever you are like adopting any kind of controlling system in your organization, so it should be prepared in such a way that it should be of flexible nature. आपको environment, you don't know about the environment changes, so it should be adaptable in all the situation, otherwise it will be of no use. Next is economical. So as you have seen the limitations of the control system, there was a limitation which was expensive. So many times it happens, students, that whatever the control system you are adopting in your organization, that is not economical. So for a better control system, effective control system, it should be economical in nature. Economy is another requirement of every control. The benefit derived from a control system should be more than the cost involved in implementing it. So, students, there is no use if your control system is like very expensive एंड आपका कोई प्रोडक्शन फिर आप आउटपुट अच्छे से भी दे रहे हो, यू आर वर्किंग ऑन अ वेरी इफेक्टिव आउटपुट, देन इट्स ऑफ नो यूज, बिकॉज आपकी वहाँ पे जितना कॉस्ट आप वहाँ पर बचा सकते थे, तो जो आप सेविंग कर सकते थे, दैट यू आर हैविंग यू आर लाइक आपके पास फिर उतना ही एक्सपेंस हो रहा है. तो उसका फायदा क्या है कि एक तरफ यू आर अर्निंग अ प्रॉफिट इन अ ह्यूज अमाउंट, एंड ऑन द सेम हैंड आप क्या कर रहे हो कि आप एक्सपेंसेस भी अपने इंक्रीज कर रहे हो by maintaining a good control system, so it will be of no use. And last is your acceptable to organizational members. The system should be acceptable to organization members. When standards are set unilaterally by upper level managers, there is a danger that employees will regard those standards as unreasonable and unrealistic. So students, whenever you are making a control system, you are adopting some kind of control system in your organization, so you should be ensured about whether it is good for your, it will be going to accepted by your organization employees or not. अगर आपके ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल एम्प्लॉयज अपोज करेंगे, then in that situation it will be of no use. So it should be favorable to both of these, like it should be beneficial for organization as well as its member. So students, that's it for today's lecture. In next video I will be continuing with unit 4. So here is the question of the day which is related to today's topic. What do you understand by controlling? What are the different types of controlling system? So this is a question which you have to solve by today only. And in next video, we will start with new topic of unit 4. So students, if you face any difficulty in solving any questions or you face any doubt in any of the topics, then do let me know. I will clear all your doubts. Thank you for your cooperation and interest. Stay tuned for more videos.